startup, it's scalability. Scalability means internationalization. We all know that scaling in Europe is pretty hard because it's a highly fragmented market compared to the States, compared to China and so on. So what will be your suggestion, especially considering your role in the DACH region? So what suggestion you can give?
Yeah, thanks so much. I think maybe I will link it a bit to what we saw today. Something that I think is very obvious, that the competition is very high. You know that a lot of companies are out there doing the same thing that we're doing, and people are going to be very harsh with their criticism. So sometimes, we forget that, and we just create maybe things that are okay for the place we are at, but we don't think of internationalization. I think every investor is looking at this. Either are you going to exit? Is somebody else is going to buy you out? Which markets are you going to go to? So these are thoughts that it might look difficult in the beginning when you're starting, because you say, I just care about my local region, or I just want to be the best one in my country or in my city. But you have to think for like this in the beginning. You have to think, okay, where am I going to go next, so that you have that story already for your investor. So when the investor comes, you say, I just want to exit, so I don't care, so I will be the number one in Albania or the number one in the Balkans, and I want somebody to buy me out. And your whole strategy is going to be like that. So if that's your goal, of course, when you go international, you will not look at moving to Switzerland or Germany or whatever, because you want to be the best in the Balkan region and you want to exit. But if your strategy is to be the best in Europe, then you have to, again, keep that in mind. There's a lot of opportunities out there, and I was surprised there is a lot of money out there. Always people say there is no money, but I've seen, and we give ourselves up to 500,000 Swiss francs. That's a lot of money per startup, and we give a lot of this money per year. And so therefore the money is there, it's just that you have to be placed at the right positions. So use things like ESG, SDGs, sustainability. Have more women in your teams, please. I saw a lot of guys in today, and this is the number one thing that our investors say. It's not a diverse team, we're not going to invest in it. You cannot do a cosmetics market, let's say, with all guys, non-cosmetics maybe background. So please keep that in mind when you're hiring, when you're recruiting, when you're putting people at the forefront, when you're putting someone to pitch, put your best salesperson. You don't have to be the CEO and put your CEO to pitch. I don't care if it's the CEO pitching or the developer guy. Put your best sales people to pitch, because you want to convince the investors. So this is very important. And when you go international, those competitors, those competitor startups that are competing for you, just like in Rimini, I guess you'll have a lot of competition. They will put their best people out there. They will try to make it very clear. They will try to throw in UN, SDG, women, whatever possible diversity, so that they are ticking all the boxes that investors are looking at. And then investors will say, okay, this is a de-risk kind of business because they already have board members. I didn't see any board members today on the teams. Please put your board members, your advisors, use those people with a lot of knowledge and put their faces on your slides. And when you go international, they will say, okay, this big guy, he's the biggest in Albania on, tech, and he's in their board, so it must be serious, like I'm gonna put my money. This is all important factors. And when you travel, I know everybody's going on holiday, please go and meet local co-working spaces, go and attend all the free events, and you have to be obviously the pitcher for yourself. So if you go to Paris in a romantic weekend, take 5 minutes and visit like the Impact Hub. There's a co-working space there, Station F. Just show up. They will be super welcoming. If you come to Geneva at Fonchit and you show up, we will show you around. We will introduce you to all the startups. We have 130 startups there. If there's an investor nearby, we're going to introduce you. If there's a coach, they're going to take 5 minutes. They're going to say, wow, you come from Albania to visit us? Of course, we'll take 5 minutes. And you never know. So really think like that. Unfortunately, people say when you create a business, it's like you have a baby or you have a love life and all of that. So really, if you're going to make all those sacrifices, then make them the right way. So if you go to a country and travel, visit your friends, your cousins, whatever, just take 5 minutes and go and pitch your business around, and you never know. And these are easy ways to do it, apart from, of course, applying incubators, accelerators. And I'm going to actually go a little bit against what you said, because it's true for the funds. I think don't waste their time to send the deck, which is not the right one. But for opportunities, sometimes it's not the right one, maybe, but you fit 3 out of 4 boxes, just apply. So not to this one, please, if you're not having it. But yeah, if you're not like when you apply for jobs, maybe I cannot do everything, but I'm going to learn the rest. So give your chance that opportunity. Don't say, no, I'm not going to do it because I'm not the best or I'm not the perfect or there's a lot of competitors out there. Nobody would be here today if there was, there is competition in everything. And nobody would be here today, if you didn't try. So I would say these are, let's say, like my top tips. And of course, contact me. So.